Hello YouTube and happy October! It doesn't feel like it's October. But in the spirit of it being a new month, I thought I might take a page from Christina Horner's book and do sort of a monthly wrap-up video. So September was my first full month of grad school, and so I really feel like I'm properly part of the department now. Towards the beginning of the month we actually had a great movie night. We went over to one of the guys' houses and we watched Guardians of the Galaxy because two people hadn't seen it yet, which was so much fun, and we had lots of food. And then we just kind of went on a Netflix adventure and watched a whole bunch of other stuff, which was really fun. I also gave a lunch talk to our department this month, 2 weeks ago, on some previous research I had done, and it went pretty well. So I can now say that I've given a talk for them. Woohoo! A little bit stressful. I definitely talked faster than I had planned on talking, so the goal of a 20-minute talk was a little bit more like a 12-minute talk, but I felt prepared, I knew what I was doing, and there were some questions at the end, so that kind of ended up filling out the remainder of the 20 minutes. So it worked really well, and then I got taken out for lunch afterwards, so that was nice. Speaking of going out for lunch, there is a whole bunch of great food places right within walking distance of our department, which is a lot of fun. I went and tried Thai food the other day. Not that I was super adventurous. I had orange chicken. I know I like orange chicken, but it was some very, very good orange chicken, so I think I will probably go back. Same thing about that place is I was having a very, very tired, brain-dead day, and they had really clean mirrors in archways. Definitely did not process for a second that they were mirrors. So the other people that I was meeting there for lunch were like, it's like, yeah, I got fooled by the mirrors. Not one of my brightest moments. But still really funny because even I admit that's stupid. On another note, I've been able to find time to read physical books. So I read You Only Live Twice. Once again, there's some very good quotes in that book and little moments that are really cool. And then there's just so much fun being a stupid misogynist and racist. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to smack you over the head with a brick. They're frustrating books to read. But books that are not frustrating to read is this book, which is Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It's sort of about all the children who go on these magical adventures to Otherworld, like Alice goes to Wonderland or the Pevensies go off to Narnia, and sort of what happens when they come back and how hard it is to adjust to this sort of mundane, non-magical world where things are boring, things aren't quite what you get used to there, and there's kind of like almost like a boarding school for all of these different children that have come back from different places. I've only read part 1 so far, so I'm not super far in, but so far I really like it. The main girl is Ace, which is cool, and there's another kid in there that I think is transgender, judging by the little possible hints that they've dropped, but totally not a thing that's important, relevant. It only matters what world he had gone to when he traveled. So I really like that that's kind of just like thrown in there, because after all, they've all been to so many different fantasy worlds where rules just don't make sense, or there's really strict rules or whatever, and it's a really good book so far. Very much enjoy it. Probably gonna fly through it maybe the rest of this weekend, depending on how much homework I have. But classes are going pretty well. Had a midterm yesterday, not too sure I did great on, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed for partial credit and grading on a curve. And my other classes seem to be going well. I've started doing a little bit of research. It's mostly reading papers still, but there should be a project up and coming within the next month, so I will keep you guys updated on that. And finally, this afternoon, we get to have our first D&D session, which I'm so excited about, hence the flower crown. I'm excited to see how that goes. Potentially, there might be ideas blooming for NaNoWriMo out of that, I hope, because I'm going to try not to write fan fiction this year, even though it'd be really fun. But I would ideally like to publish another book, so no fan fiction for me. But if you're interested in fan fiction, I have recently started an adventure in a OOQ fantasy world and sort of drafted up like a sandbox universe for people to play in and sort of write their own stories. Whether they conflict with mine or not is totally up to them. And I will put a link to that collection down in the doobly-doo. And if you want to take part in that and write a short story, write a long story, write like a character backstory or whatever, feel free to join. It's hopefully going to be a lot of fun to have lots of people writing together collaboratively and brainstorming together. So hopefully that's going to be a cool project that goes well. What did you guys enjoy most about September? Was it a good month for you? Any cool, fun stories, embarrassing stories? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, Alon Z.